Good afternoon, traders. Today is Monday at 2:54, and I'm going to get you a day trading video on. I was just trying to short this at 62. I didn't get a fill. This is Las Vegas Sands. We're up huge today, over 3.1%. Here we can see the chart. Let's look at Win, see what Win did today. Alright, Win's participating intraday, but it's definitely not in the positive. We had a huge gap down on Win, low 122.83, but in the last hour, look how much we've rallied. That's how you got to look at it. Over 1.5 points. Let's take a look at MGM. By the way, okay, MGM's just about flat, made up its move. Let's look at Apple. 639.72, new all-time high, just hit. Let's look at Google. Google's bouncing off that 629.5, which we hit today. The options are extremely expensive, so I'm not trading this right now. But look at the Google Go. Made back, filled the gap over 633.86, and now bumping up against a 635 resistance. What about Priceline? Got to mention that. Oh yeah, new all-time high, 766.99. A lot of sellers coming in around that whole number. Netflix moving down. I shouldn't even mention Netflix today, even though it continues to go down. The only reason I'm talking about Netflix is watch this closely, put it on your watch list, get your options ready, traders, because I want you to be in this when I get in it too. It's going to be a reversal trade. One of these days we're going to have a big up move in Netflix, and I don't want you to have to look for the options and see which ones are trading the best and that are priced the most efficient when it comes down to the reversal. I want you to be prepared. Spend your time looking for a catalyst in Netflix which could make the stock reverse. That's what I want from you. I'm going to be long in 50 to 100 contracts on this reversal, so I'm continuing to watch it. Not saying that it's going to be multi-day, but intraday it will reverse. Chipotle, and that's the last one I'm going to look at before I do this day trading video. Chipotle just under the all-time high, bumping against the prior month's high. Now 426.57 is going to be another level to watch. Keep an eye on that, but this is what you call bullish consolidation. We have a stock that's holding the 17-day moving average. Bullish consolidation. Every time we dip down, we're always followed by a green bar. You're going to notice that bars usually trade in sequences, and they usually come in two. I want you to go back and research this, but I've done extensive research on it, and that's what I've came out with. Look, 1 2 1 2 1 2, there you go, red. It's not always like that, but more time than not the probabilities are in your favor when you're looking at it like that. Alright, so back on LVS. Chipping away at highs. Next down bar, it's going to meet some support at this 49, so I kind of missed out on that. I actually have to cut the day short in about 30 minutes, so I want to get as much information to you as possible. This is a crude oil chart. I look at a streaming service called marketwatch.com, and it tells you all the news headlines that are happening on the day. What these news services do is they try to scare the investor, the retail investor, the guys like you that are probably watching my video. I know a couple guys told me that they're managing funds, but for the majority of my subscribers, they're retail investors. And when they see these news articles or they watch CNBC and they hear these pundits saying that they don't like a particular sector, commodity, or equity, they get scared. They start letting other people's opinions about a company affect their own judgment and views. Never listen to anyone else. Do your own research. You should be the expert in whatever you're choosing to trade. Alright, so anyways, crude oil. I got long today. I was watching crude around the 101.08 level, right? Kept bumping against it, went up this morning, came back. I got long at 101.20. Go ahead and mark that on your calendar. I'm going to tell you what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a move above these 2 days right here. They were pretty much identical. I want to get above this high. And that high is at 103.40. Crude continues to move up in the after hour session as I speak, but if we get around this level, I'm going to sell 75% of my position, see if we get another $50 to $1 out of the trade. So I'm long crude as we speak. Looking at the proprietary indicators for this trade, let's take a look at it. Median started telling us that we were getting weak here. Then we have this topping candle bar right here, followed by a down bar. That shows us that the sellers are starting to sell in this area. We still have an ascending 10. More people start trying to add to their positions before we put in a bearish engulfing pattern. Median's down here, notice. And then we get our confirmation from the breakout indicator, and then you have the down move further. If there was one trade that I'm the most disappointed in, it would be the E-mini S&P 500 futures, which I only made 125 off of. I really had a strong feeling that we were going to move up like we are doing right now. We were above the open and the close. I took my long and I sold it too short because I thought it was going to come back in on me a little bit. And I wasn't watching it closely enough to get back in the trade. Now I'm on the sidelines and the risk-reward ratio just isn't there for my trading style. So I definitely would have been in this entire move if I didn't get out, but we can't talk about the past. Let's focus on the present. I traded this Ralph Lauren. I just sold it about 15 minutes ago. It still continues to chug higher, but it's looking like we're getting tired out up here. I don't have any indicators saying that I should short it, so I'm just going to stand on the sideline. I just sold my Caterpillar here. I was only long 100 shares of this, and we kept bumping against the 103.73. This is where I sold it, and then they finally blasted higher. So that would have been an easy trade, but you can't watch everything. I'll tell you what I have on my charts. I have all the big flyers that are carrying weekly options on my charts, because that's how I've been making most of my money lately. Loading up, leveraging up on these derivatives and taking them to the house on large positions. Just put it this way, if you longed 1,000 shares of this and made 44 cents, that's $440. The question is, what's it going to take for you to provide a good life to your family? Are you happy with 500 a day? That's 10,000 a month. I think that could give you a good life, and I think that's a place to start. You know, once you make that, then you could go for the 20, 40, 80,000 per month. What is it? 82,000 is a mil a year. So that's, I think that should be all of our goals. Enough with my ranting. Watching this Netflix closely. If I see a 19 print, I'm getting short. Markets are starting to come in. Apple leading the way down. Google still ripping higher. Chipotle's consolidating. Amazon's moving down. I'm only shorting if I see some low prints come through. And on the other hand, if I see a move higher than 28, I'm not interested in taking a short. Or I just printed 29s, I'm not interested in the short anymore. It's now 3:20, I'm looking at Nike. I was going to short this, but I didn't catch it in time. That's been the story of the day. The moves are happening so quick that if you're not watching that particular stock at that moment, you're probably not going to get the trade off. So it's 3:20. I'm still looking. I still want to get a couple trades on for you. Alright, I'm short this Netflix. Looking for us to get below this prior bar's low of 107.09. Just got a 6 print. Alright, just got filled on 500. Just trying to reduce risk here. Now what? I'm gonna snap it back. Yeah, they're snapping that right back up. Come on, give me mine. New bar just printed. Tell you what, we get above that 9 and I'm gonna have to move up my offer. There we go. Bam. Got filled. Made 205 on that trade. It's 3:35 traders. I have to go. I'm gonna end the video. Good luck trading tomorrow if I don't put one out there.